Okay guys, I'm going to walk you through the design a shoes ad assignment that you're going to be creating on Word. You're going to assume that you are designing your own shoes and you're creating an ad on Word to try and install them. So if you take a look at my example, go ahead and click on it, it'll download. So I'm looking for something like this. So it's one page, it has images of the shoes that are going to be available. It has different graphics, different colors, different fonts. And again, it's going to look like a one-page ad if you were to be selling a unique pair of shoes. So I want you to open, on step one, you're going to start by designing the shoe. So you're just going to open up Word. Anytime we do anything in this class, you want to open up Word on your desktop. You don't want to access it through Dora. You want to access it through your desktop. So we're opening up a blank Word document. Now I want you to visit this link. It's the Vans website where you can customize your own pair of shoes. Now I'm going to let you guys play around with this as much as you want. I'm not going to go through all of the editing tools today because there's so many that you can do. But let's just say if I wanted to pick a basic style, you can add your own photos. Wait till it loads here. You can add your own colors. Pretty much every aspect of the shoes you are going to be able to edit. So I'd like if you could come up with a super creative design, something that you really like, something that you would buy. Once you are done, it's going to take you a while to play around with that. When you're done designing your shoes, you need to rotate the shoes to the angle that you want. So once I'm all done with this, you can click and hold, and you can rotate the shoes. If you take a look at my example, I want you to have the shoe from 3 different angles. So maybe I'm going to rotate it. I think this is a good angle of these shoes. So I'm going to have you take a screenshot, and you do that using the snipping tool. So to do that, you type in snipping tool on your computer, search it, and then you click new. This screen is kind of dim like this. That means it's ready to take a screenshot, and you click and drag where you want to get a screenshot, and it'll just take a screenshot of that specific area. I want to get my whole shoe, so I'm going to try that one more time. I think, okay, that looks good. So I'm going to do that 3 times. You're going to get 3 different angles. As you can see from my example right here, that's 3 different angles, and I saved them each as a photo. So you do that by using your snipping tool. You right click, save as. So now this is a good time for you to use your TEX folder again. I'll just save it as shoes 1 and then save. So we'll go through that process again. I'm going to get it from a different angle. I'm going to find the snipping tool. I'm going to click New. I'm going to get my second photo, my second angle. Click and drag to take a screenshot. Right click, Save As. There you go. And you're going to do that 3 times. So you have 3 different photos. Now, once we have our screen grabs of our shoes and you've saved 3 different images, you're going to add the pictures to a Word document. So, open up your Word document, go to Insert, Pictures from this device. Insert Pictures, this device. We're going to go to our TEX class folder. Once you have the 3 images of the shoes, you can select the image from your TEX class folder, insert, and there you go. So we talked about this last assignment, but I'm going to remind you, when you click to the right of your photo, you always want to change the text wrapping because it's not going to let you move this freely. It's not letting me move it. Sorry about that, guys. So when you want to be able to move something freely, you choose the wrap text square option. Now I can move this around the document. It might pop up as something that looks like this. Wrap text square. Okay, so you're going to want to do that, insert 3 photos and square them. And then something I did, because I thought that this background looked a little bit odd, you can go to remove background. So under picture format, it's remove background. Everything that's in this purple area is going to be removed. So if I clicked out, oh, that kind of took away a lot of my shoe. It automatically recognizes the background that it needs to remove, but sometimes it gets a little, it overdoes it a little bit. So I'm going to kind of play around with this, fix the areas that because I just want the background removed. Okay, I think that looks good. So I hit mark areas to keep. Remember, the purple is what is being removed. So anything that's purple is going to go away once you're done removing the background. So we want a really crisp, clean look. So we want to remove it right around the edges of the shoe. And then I can hit keep changes, and there you go. Now you have an image without a background. So again, that's picture format, remove background. Mark areas to keep is when you are choosing not to remove it from from what shows up. And then if you mark areas to remove, that means I want it to remove more of this. So if I clicked here, it's going to kind of change how it removes the background. Okay. So once again, you're going to do that 3 times for each of your 3 photos of your shoes. Okay. So make sure you are hitting all of the criteria in step 3 so you can get full credit. You need to name your shoe. include a price, where people can buy it. It can be fictional or it can be a real store. Add at least one shape and use a variety of fonts and colors, and then use word art at least twice. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that you are completing each of the 6 criteria so that you're getting full credit. So if you want to do this with word art, I'm going to show you how to insert word art and shapes. So we went over this last assignment, but I'll go through it again. You're going to go to insert, and you see that little red, or excuse me, that little A, and it gives you all these different options. That's your word art. So I'm going to include my name and the name of the shoes. Let's say my shoes were purple and I wanted to kind of make my text match that. If you see here, I had kind of a WSU theme going on. So all of my colors kind of match. If I were to do that here, you could highlight your words, click home, and then change the colors. You could also change the font if you don't like the default font. I recommend doing something a little bit more fun. I'm going to change it to a different font. Just looks a little bit more creative. Next thing I'm going to ask you to do is insert a shape, at least one. So you can go to Insert, Shapes. It's going to give you this whole list of shapes. I chose one of these stars and banners because I want to put my price in there. If I want to change the color of it, you can change your shape styles. If I want to add the price, I can double click on it. And I can move this throughout the page. So once again, just make sure you're going through 1 through 6. You're adding all of those for full credit. You can go ahead and take a look at my example if you just need to know where to start. But if you are ready to get going, then I would go ahead and start on step 1, designing the shoe. And just remember, when you're done, you always want to save it to your TEX folder. So File, Save As. I'm going to save it under the name VansShoesAd. It'll save as a Word document. Once I've double checked that I've met all the criteria in the Canvas assignment, you can hit Submit and upload it, and then you guys will be good to go.